What's up, Hoodooer? Hey, Grizzly Inc. Mark the Frog, everyone. Good morning, RTG4. Running scared. Not looking so scared this morning. Hello, Pump Jones. And Mimissum. J-Bug. Methamphetamines. That's what I read. Mama Phantom IFS. What's up, Jerky Bilfus? You motherfucker. You're already subscribing. I love you. Hey, what's up? Morning. Morning. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Thank you, McKee. You guys are out the gate subscribing. I don't know what you guys are like. You were just sitting with your wallets in hand waiting for an opportunity to spend. I appreciate it. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. We were doing a delivery mission. We were just prepping ourselves. Here's a piece right here. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. Yeah, I was on the fence about streaming today because we have a lot to do for regulation. But I'm going to do it anyway. Fuck it. Because I can't stream the rest of the week. So I have to. If I don't stream today, then I won't do my full week of my personal goal. Just not that it matters to you guys at all. But is to stream 3 times a week. And so I try to knock that out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's a little tough because as soon as I'm done streaming, we're going to do 2 Let's Plays. Oops. Back, please. We're going to do 2 Let's Plays today. And then we're going to do 2 drafts today. And then we have the Falcon event at 6 p.m. Central Time over in the Regulation Discord, where we're going to fill the bit barrel with you guys. So, oh, you know what? We need to get paper for that. We go buy some computer paper or something. Okay. Where are we taking this bad boy? Wait, what did he read me as? Methamphetamines? An admin on the Regulation Discord gave you a custom Mark the Frog roll last night. That's awesome, dude. What does that grant you? Oh, I don't go far at all. I was going to take a second to catch up with the chat before I did it, but it was just rock on over there, huh? Wait, am I going the wrong way? No? Where is it? Over there. Do I go up? Is that right? No. No, I go right here. Oh, right. Right. I remember. I don't think I've heard anything she said in the last 3 maps. Okay. That's right. There was this whole thing. Don't. Could do that. Is it. Am I going to be okay bombing this hill? Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Let's put it in low when we can't get in trouble. We're going to put some... Get this... No. You got to be fucking kidding me. It's going to be one of those days, huh? Thanks, Malignant Slut Rot. It's going to be one of those days. Oh, my God. Am I going to continue uploading VODs to my YouTube channel? Yeah, I am. I need to get back to that. I have yesterday's to upload. There were, I think the last 2 before that got lost somehow, so I didn't upload them. I don't know. There was some issue with them. So I lost 2. I guess that would be like Friday and Monday, but I have yesterday's, so I'll put that up. I'll probably do it later today if I get a chance. It just depends on how swamped I am. We did the top video games of all time. You guys are going to hate me. Gives you fancy colors over your username. Yeah. It means you're Mark the Frog. What else do you need? You guys think I could lift this up with the bulldozer? Tip him? Figure it's worth a shot. Since he's right here. Never tried it before. Now, I don't want to brag, but that was pretty cool. I feel like that was pretty cool. Don't do it again, dude. I need to get these fucking rocks out of here. Doing bad stuff to this truck. Oh my god, so much text all at once. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Any advice for the nerves that come with the last plannings of a wedding? I'm less than 20 days away. Any advice? Look, it's stressful. My best advice for you, are you the... What's the situation? Are you the gooch? Are you the groom or the bride to be? Or is it 2 grooms or 2 brides? Because that matters for my advice. Also, listen, the wedding is going to be a whirlwind of activity. It's going to go by. It's going to take 1,000 years and 30 seconds all at once. You're going to be hustled and rushed from person to person and from table and from place to place and from photo to photo. You're just going to be hanging on for dear life. So the best advice I can give you is try your best to find moments to enjoy that, because everybody else is having a party and you're working. Your entire wedding, you are at work. It's a fun work. It's an exciting and exhilarating work. And you're, expressing your love to everybody you know, and all that is cool. But you're on the job, You're the focal point the entire night. And so it can be pretty overwhelming. It's hard to eat. You get pulled from your food constantly. So I would do my best to make an opportunity for yourselves to eat. My wife and I did a thing where for like 10 minutes, we went into a private room and just let us eat in silence, in privacy, so we could just get some food down before we went. The other thing I would remember, or I would take into consideration, is that you're stressed out because you want it to go off without a hitch, because you want it to go off beautifully and perfectly, and it doesn't matter if it does or not, because you're the only ones that are going to know when something goes wrong 9 times out of 10, and everybody else that's there, they don't give a shit. They're just there to smile and clap and cry a little bit and wish you well and love you and support you and eat some mediocre food, and they're not going to remember much of it beyond that at the end of the day. Let's see. Unless the ceremony is super important to either of you, yeah. Feudal Rage said, just wanted to share with you, my son and I started watching RVP together. He declared, Dad, I'm Griff, aren't I? Oh, that's so sweet. That's cool. You have to tell him I said hi. You have to tell him Griff says hi. Good morning, Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey. Do y'all know what Bialys are? I don't think so. I'm the groom marrying my bride-to-be. All right, cool. In that case, just make sure she's happy, man. You don't give a fuck, right? Like, you just, at the end of the day, you just want her to have the day that matters to her. There's nobody else in the world more important at that wedding than her. And there's nobody else in the world more important to you than her. So just, make sure she's good. And you'll have a great wedding. Don't drink too much at your own wedding. Yeah, I would recommend that as well. I don't have that problem, but throw some trail mix in your suit pocket, in your tuxedo pocket, to nibble on throughout the night. There you go. Our caterer gave us take-home plates of our ordered food. That's nice. Yeah. You really don't have much time to eat there. Did I watch the Love Island reunion? I watched the first 90% of it. I think I turned it off. Emily fell asleep at the last commercial break, so I didn't watch the last little bit, but I watched up until that. So yeah, I saw, the vast majority of it. That was me. I think that Shelley and Alondria aren't beating any Mean Girl allegations, and I think that it was pretty clear that Ace was kind of running the show. That's, and yeah, you know, Huda's still Huda. I don't know what else to say. It's like being a band on stage. It's about the event itself, not the actual notes being played. There you go. No. Thank you for the advice, Geoff. Yeah, of course. Thanks for taking the time out of your morning to hang out with us here. It's one of those events where literally everybody wants you to succeed, so it's impossible to fail a wedding. There's just too much cheer and love and goodwill in the air. We planned our wedding better instead eloping and using that money for our honeymoon smart. My wife and I still haven't taken a honeymoon, and it's my fault, and I think she's not happy with me. We've taken a million vacations, but not a honeymoon vacation, and I gotta. This life keeps getting in the way. Apparently, there was a huge Ace crash out meltdown that wasn't shown, and Huda didn't want to give the guy host any time of day due to his stance on Palestine. Interesting. She was very quiet the whole time, and the guy host is it's Andy. He's like the most famous. He's the most famous. He created the reunion show at Bravo, and he's like the. I don't know. He'd be on the Mount Rushmore of hosts, I think. A wedding in the mountains sounds lovely. I was talking about that with somebody the other day. I don't know much about the mountains. Like, people vacation to the mountains. I've always vacationed to cities or the beach, but I want to try a mountain vacation. Maybe not like skiing or anything in the winter, but like a summer mountain vacation, like a cabin in the mountains next to a lake. I want to try that someday. I feel like that's how people vacation in mid-America. I've just always been close to the ocean. I've seen a couple of seasons of Australia Survivor. It used to be on Paramount Plus. You could watch it there, but they pulled it off for some reason. They had Survivor Australia and Survivor South Africa on there, I think. And yeah, and so I've seen like 3 seasons, but I'm waiting till it's done to watch Australia versus the world because there's nowhere to stream it in the U.S., so I think I'm going to have to VPN it or something. Pack tissues in your pocket. Yeah, there you go. That's a good call. Divorce isn't a failure, it's an end. Don't think of it as a failure. Yeah, anything bad that happens will just be a funny story you guys will tell at anniversaries and at parties for the rest of your life. That's true. Okay, let's get some of this shit out of the way, huh? Didn't mean to bump him. Like you, sir. Where am I at? Brakes. All right, where am I at? Is there a... Steel beams? Steel pipes? Steel beams? Okay, cool. In that case... Might as well grab this while I'm here. Oof. Will I? Will I grab it? I will not. I don't think I will. We'll see. Let's try this from a different angle. Not the best road in the world. Oh, great. I'm stuck on that thing. All right. There we go. We got you. Where are you going? Where are you going? Back over here. Knock it off. Close enough. Okay. I'm going to pay attention to this for a second and ignore the chat. And get up this hill. Not flip this thing. You're all going. Every one of you fucking rocks is going. Getting rid of every one of you motherfuckers. As a matter of fact, before I get myself in trouble, you're going right now. You and you can fuck right off out of here. You little fucking pebbles are the worst. Oh, no, you don't. I'm getting you. Still can't get you? You prick. Is it no lower than that? I'll pull you this way. All right, anyway, that's fine. That's good enough. Ooh, Jesus. Going on my first vacation in December on a cruise. Oh, man. Hopefully my fear of deep, dark water won't ruin it. Just don't look at the water. Hope everyone's having a good day. Having a great day, Ejaculator. Hope you're having a good day. It's nice and serene, but scary stuff happens sometimes. Well, yeah. Went to college in Montana. I got my shirt at my own wedding. Thanks for the sub, Frozen Chops. Speaking of a wedding, do you have any opinion about Taylor Swift being engaged? I have zero opinion. Good for them. It's always nice to hear people that are in love expressing that love. So happy for them. I don't really know either of them. Also, spend your first wedding night no closer than 50 miles from where you got married. That's an interesting idea. I definitely did, yeah. That's a marriage that ended. Just because things end doesn't mean you have to consider them a failure. It's a very glass half empty way of looking at it, I think. You can't have a marriage without a lot of... you can't have a divorce without a lot of success. You have to fall in love. You have to commit yourselves to each other. You have to then spend that time together as a married couple, and every day that you're married is a success. Sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes people are together long enough that they grow very apart. Sometimes they grow in different directions and learn that they want very different things out of life than they did when they were younger or that they thought they were going to. And I don't think it's a failure for two people to realize that they are on two very different paths and that to be respectful to both persons' desire, you know, that maybe the best thing for both people is to go separate ways so that they can both continue to grow in the way that they are meant to grow and in a way that, you know, won't create conflict, so that impedes that growth sometimes. And being able to make that decision and choice and and end it and say, you know, this is for the best of both of us and we're both going to be better because of this, and we can take everything that, you know, the love and the care and the years and years of support and, you know, helping and loving and encouraging each other as a hell of a win. You know, it enriched and improved and made us who we are in many ways, and now we're going in different directions. And I just doesn't feel like failure to me, man. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but that doesn't feel like anything other than the natural conclusion of a thing, which, you know, everything concludes. Everything ends. You don't want your marriage to end, for sure. Trust me, I've been there. But sometimes it does. And it's not because you failed or because they failed. It's just because sometimes you needed or wanted or had to have different things out of life at that point. I think it's far more mature for two adult people to realize that they can't get there together and to allow each other to do it apart if it's what's for the best of both of them. That's my 2 cents. No worries, Cosmic Chris. A healthy marriage has never ended in divorce. Yeah, but just because something is no longer healthy doesn't mean it failed. Would you say if you got cancer and then died, you failed? No, it's like some things are just meant to end. Rooster Teeth had to end. I don't look at it as a failure. I think that life is far too long and nuanced and complicated and gray for you to just call wins and losses like that. It's far too simplified. And it's just not true, you know? If a marriage works for 20 years and then it doesn't work for 2 and the marriage ends, it still worked for 20 fucking years, you know? All relationships end with a breakup or death. There you go. There's 2 ways to go. You break up or you die. But to call that relationship a failure ultimately because it ended is to discount every moment of that relationship that worked. And in most relationships, far more works than doesn't. Staying with somebody out of that dogma isn't right. I agree. There's something about the color of office building bathrooms that are anathema to joy. There's something about that office office buildings that are anathema to joy, I think, Mark. It's better to have a productive divorce than suffer in marriage, yeah. You have to fall in love with the same person many times because people change over time. It's true. But sometimes people just end up wanting different things out of life. And if you meet somebody and fall in love when you're 25, and then 15 years later, you're a completely different person who wants something completely different out of life, and your partner has done the same thing because they've changed over 20 years. You know, I'm nowhere near the same person I was 25 years ago, and the things I wanted out of life 25 years ago are not the things I want out of life now, you know? And I couldn't have predicted or projected the direction I would grow in, the kind of person I'd become, you know? The things that I would find necessary or interesting, or the things that would appeal to me, you know? This is tough. I don't know that this is gonna work. We're gonna make it work. I've done this before. We've done this before. We can make this happen. We don't have to go far. There we go. Let's get it spun though. Let's get you. Anyway, back to this. I'm not wise or intelligent. I'm just old. Don't mistake age and experience with anything other than that. I've just been on Earth a long time and I've just seen shit. I've seen a lot more TV than y'all have. I've only ever dated one guy, so if this ends, I'll probably just have to buy a husband or something. Dude, you want to change. Nobody should stay the same. Fucking, you gotta change. Staying the same is the worst. Congratulations, Mark. That's awesome, man. If you can make 4 years, you can make 40. That's great. Yeah, you got married at 21. That's very young to get married, Cosmic Crisp. I married my first wife at 21 as well, and barely 21. I had been 21 for like 3 weeks when we got married, maybe. If anyone is the same person they were 20 years ago, that's a red flag, personally. I agree, Mark. I completely and totally agree with you. A lack of growth is troubling. Listen, I saw right this morning, if you ever end up in Elmira, New York, I'm very, very, very sorry. And calling it Meth Town, USA is a little unfair. Listen, I didn't call it Meth Town, USA. The person who wrote the email did. I don't think there's industries enough to have that much meth. That's funny. 14 years of marriage in December. Congratulations, Kiku. And so right, you said you wanted to do a radio DJ thing, but didn't know how. How about the way Jack used to do his rave parties? I don't remember exactly how, but he did those locally. I'm just worried about the legality of playing music online. Good morning, Geoff and chat. I got married at 24. Nice, Mark. I got married at 21, 29, and 47, maybe? 46, 47. Eight-year wedding anniversary last week. That's so awesome. And together for 15 years. That's the real thing. You know, it's like Emily and I have been together for 8 years, but we've only been married 2. But to say we've been married for 2 years, I feel like just discounts the 6-year courtship we had. Never been into the idea of marriage. I'm single by choice. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. Not everybody, like, marriage is an option, you know? It's a thing people can do, but it's not a thing people have to do or should feel like they need to do, you know? It's just one of the many options we have available to us as citizens of this earth. It's been a lot of work. It is a lot of work to be married, for sure. It's good work, though. It's good work, though, and I like to work. I've never been scared of work. I love work. Morning, Geoff. I'm starting a night shift that works perfect for catching your morning streams. Oh, sweet. All right, I'm going to try to deliver this motherfucker. Let's take the anchors off, though. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Nice and easy. This is going to be a little dicey. This guy's way more top-heavy than the last one I flipped. All right. Thought it might be less scary in first person because I couldn't see the tipping, but it's not. It just leads me to be terrified because I can't tell what's going on. All right. All right. That was a little... That was it. That was the fuck up. That was the fuck up. God damn it. I was about to say that was a little... We're going to need a real vehicle for that. Where's the fucking base? What are you? No. We're going to need you. Why is it... There we go. Where's the base? Oh, man, that's a long way. Motherfucker. What else do we got? What are you? No. Well, it is what it is, huh? All right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hop into that guy. Why can't I get into him? This game, man. Okay. Where to? Will you be uploading your last few VODs? I can't watch live. I'll upload yesterday's. The two before it got lost somehow. But I will upload yesterday's. Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I lost 2 days worth of VODs somehow. It just disappeared. But that's okay. We got more. None of this shit matters anyway. All right. We need to get over here is what we need to do, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go around. I guess this way is a path. Okay. Did I back the files up? It's just in the... No. I didn't get an opportunity to. I went to export it from Twitch and it just wasn't there. So, I don't know. Some glitch or something. Oh, Jesus. Wind's really picking up. Whew. A little oversteerage there. I didn't realize that it was going to take an hour to do this first mission. I'm not used... Ah, fuck. I'm glad I popped out when I did and saw that. I'm not used to tipping this much. There's the base. What's the address to... Sorry, what's the address to send things to regulation? I can give you that. It's... Let me see if I can remember off the top of my head. Off the top of my head. It is Regulation Company, P.O. Box 13146, 111 East 17th Street, Austin, Texas, 78701. So I say I love your perspective on life and growth. Oh, thank you. The people you are in each other's lives for a certain period of time, and that's okay. Yeah. Where am I up here? Did I do that just now? Oh, boy. I need to go... Oh, I fucked up. I was supposed to go there. Am I going up the hill or down? Looks like I'm going down. Is it better just to... Where am I getting myself into if I stay? No, we're going to turn around and go back up the hill. We got to pay attention to what we're doing. Turn! Turn! God damn, turn! Regulation Company, P.O. Box 13146, 111 East 17th Street, Austin, Texas, 78701. Yeah, that's it. Please, no bombs. That's very kind of you, Ricky, but you don't have to do that. Unless it's got... If it's got 3D Ultra Mini Golf 2 on it, we would love it. But otherwise, I think we have 6 now. We bought a couple. And also, I don't anticipate us using the 360 again anytime soon. The only reason we would use it would be to film with Ray, and we're good there. Or to... and to film with Ray would only be... The only reason we would go back to the 360 would be Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2... which could happen again, but I wouldn't expect it to happen often. And most definitely 3D Ultra Mini Golf 2 if somebody has it physically on an Xbox. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else we really would need it for. But man, if you have that game, I'd be forever in your debt. Geoff still has some parts of the Gen X brain that required actually remembering numbers and addresses. I knew the address off the top of my head. I was pretty sure I did, but I didn't want to fuck it up and say it wrong and then have to correct myself because then it's out there twice, you know? So I figured I'd better just double check. I was happy to report I was right. That is true, though. When I was a kid, you know, one of the first things your parents make you do when you move somewhere, and I moved a lot, is you have to memorize your new phone number and your new address so you can tell grown-ups if you get lost. Am I going the right way? I haven't looked at a map in a while. Yeah. How to handle situations with my alcoholic uncle, but I made an attempt to get my mom and aunt to say something. They refused, and my attempt to bring it to their attention went about as poorly as I expected. And I'm sorry to hear that, but sometimes that's the way it is, you know. At the end of the day, you can only help people that want to be helped. And you are also dealing with adult human beings with free agency and free will. And some people do not want help and do not want to be offered help. And there's not much you can do about that. I guess this is the way. Thanks to sub, Adam. How are you with Gus then? Or GPS then? My dad always gives me shit for crossing. Oh no, dude, I use GPS for everything. Constantly. I don't want to go left there. I'm terrible with direct. I've gone to shit. I can remember a couple things, you know. But my memory's gone to shit. I'm in the same boat as everybody else. I didn't hold... yeah. I remember a time when I needed to remember things, but I don't remember things anymore. Not like I used to. this thing's so fast compared to the other ones. Don't pick it up upside down, please. You picked it up upside down. You dickhead. There we go. This is not how they tell you to do it in crane school, I'm sure, but is he gonna pick it up upside down again? Ugh, I hate it. Can we just... There we go. God damn, why would not let me detach the load? I cannot. That's okay. Ah, that was it. But I still can't get it. Right? Yeah, that's okay. We can get it here. With this guy. Reasonably sure. No, 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 no. Let me get to that. Let me get there. Let me get there. There we go. We're good. I'm gonna recycle all these fucking cars when I get that shit turned on. Oh. A lot of people would have told you to do this with a bigger truck. I didn't need it. Just needed this truck and 2 entire other vehicles. All right. Get in the spot, dickhead. Do I gotta really drop it in? I'm gonna tump this fucking thing over trying to put it in. I could do this right. There we go. Come on. do it. There we go. You know what? Let's do it this way. Fuck it. Why not? It's annoying to maneuver, so use a little horsepower to do it. There you go. Problem solved. Whoo! All right. That took all fucking day, huh? But we're done. See, now the power line's up. Maybe the steel mill will turn on. They're giving us a Tuz?
Oh, jeez. I think I jinxed it.
Oh, geez. Long story short, I want you to keep scratching their backs till they can bring production back online. They only need one small favor, you know. Steel beams is on. Just need to get steel pipes back on. Provide enough resources to the steel mill. What do we got to do here? Concrete slabs to the zone. Infrastructure out. Where's the concrete slabs going to be? Is there a construction store? Or do I have to deliver concrete slabs from back here? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. Cool. That's not a problem. We will in turn track that and I guess we'll bring the Voron back to the base. Yeah. Safety guy is taking bite marks out of this. We designed so many cool vehicles. Why don't you use them? I do use them from time to time, but this is the best vehicle for picking up concrete slabs, delivering and making concrete slabs. And I am using a different vehicle. I used to use the mule, but I've switched to this guy. It was identical to the mule, just bigger tires and a slightly bigger bed. We want to go back here and find some concrete. So that's there. Okay. Wow, man, we haven't even been going an hour today. It feels like we've been going for a while. I'll probably end early. I don't want to get tired. I have so much to do today for regulation. It'd be a miracle if we get it all done. Speaking of which, I need to download some video games for the Let's Plays today before it's time. Hopefully, I'll see all of you at 6 p.m. today in the Regulation Discord for the Falcon event. We will be filling the bit barrel with all of the dropped and forgotten bits. You're going to help us remember them all. Like the bit where Gavin doesn't like you. Any game devs in chat? I would imagine not. You know what I never do? I never do the resource. I mean, I don't need to because I know where the concrete is. It's right here. But I never do the resource finder on the map. I guess because I don't ever really need to because the resources are pretty easy to see. But let's see. Resources. You know, I'm a bit bummed to say that I found this to be super helpful. I wish I'd have been using this for the last 6 maps. That's awesome. Why have I been ignoring that? I take back everything I said. Dude, come on. Thank you. Come on. Really? You can be that today. Thank you. Oh, Jorky. Yeah. I forgot we did that, the Jorky Bilfus thing. When Andrew... What was it? When Andrew admitted to not knowing the flask of wondrous psychic or physic from Elden Ring, I lost my mind. I have no idea what that is. I assume it's a weapon or something. I didn't really play Elden Ring past the first, 10 hours. We did it. What did we do? Oh, thanks. We got a sub? Thank you, Free Hugs Rider. Appreciate you. I'll live to play another day because of you. Thank you. Ah, okay. That's cool. Well, let me tell you, Stormy, it's the third flask where you can modify what's in it for different buffs and effects. I hear it's really useful. I could fit more in there. Ooh, Crimson Shade. Thank you so much. Love you too, buddy. Don't thank me. Thank Regulation Moon Girl. I might have cribbed the information from somewhere else. Dickhead. Fucking dickhead. Concrete slab. What are you doing? That'll be good for now. Any chance the guy's finding a local mini course and making a video playing around wherever you do a regulation trip together? Mini what? Mini golf? You love the new animation for subs? Thanks. I turned that on the other day. I'd love to make my own or whatever, but I don't know. I'm pretty stupid when it comes to Twitch, if I'm being honest with you. I gotta stop saying that if I'm being... Why wouldn't I be being honest with you? That's a phrase I gotta quit. Or dramatically reduce. Okay. Mini golf. Hey, Geoff, sorry if this kind of question isn't allowed. I was just wondering about an old fan-made gift that was sent to AH a few years ago. I've been wondering what ended up happening to it. What if you could describe the gift, I'll do my best to tell you, but there's like a 99% chance I have no idea. But I'd be more than happy to... where are we at? This thing? 3? Okay. I'd be more than happy to try. to answer your question. I was an achievement hunter flag with I don't know. Either maybe somebody from Achievement Hunter took it home with them. But I don't know. I wasn't in Achievement Hunter when it ended, and so I don't know what they did with any of that stuff. You know, it all stayed in Achievement Hunter as decoration and stuff. Because none of it belonged to me personally. And then oh, I'm taking my fucking time doing this. Would you play this if it was 8 or 16-bit? I don't know. You got an 8 or 16-bit version of this to show me? I'll give it a shot. Yeah. That looks good. Yeah, sorry, Q. It might be in Matt Bragg's living room right now, for all I know. I don't know. I just like I said, they I left Achievement Hunter. They ran it for a couple of years, and then eventually they ended it, and then Rooster Teeth ended. So I don't know if it would something would have been done with it when they ended Achievement Hunter, or a year later, or 8 months later when Rooster Teeth ended. Well, we loved every piece of fan art or like whatever it was people sent in. We loved every single thing people sent in. It always meant the most to us. Y'all received a lot of packages. Yeah, Mark, we did. We had a storage unit that was full of packages, and we would go through and just like do like 3-hour streams, 2-hour streams where we just tried to clear it out. Boom Lateral sounds like a cool album title. Horse Not Horse is amazing. Thank you so much. I really like that one too. Today we're doing Bird Not Bird. We'll see how it goes. Have I dialed in on any Michigan houses yet? I haven't found the house, but I found the neighborhood. So, no, it's just a matter of the right house becoming available in the neighborhood. So, no hurry, but we'll get there. Oh, yeah. Same deal. Same deal as the crane. Right? Go straight, then around the looper, and then here I get off. Don't overshoot it like I did last time. What are the odds that Eric picks a Pontiac Firebird? I don't know. It's not a bad idea. has made following my Michigan saga really great. Man. I hope it happens, you know? Oh, fuck. Let's let this guy go. Last thing. What? The fuck? What the actual fuck? Just leave that over there. Yeah, that'll work. I'm starting to get a little annoyed with myself. I don't tip over in this game at all. Like, if this is SnowRunner, I'd be tipping over every 8 fucking minutes, but this is not SnowRunner. You don't tip over in this game, and the fact that I've tipped over 3 fucking times today is really pissing me off. I think I just gotta pay more attention when I'm driving. I'm just too chatty. Millennium Falcon's not a bad one. Hold on a second now. Add that to my list as an alternate. Bird not bird. I have a pretty long list, but I like that one. What does the DG stand for? Drunk Gamers. It was a website Gus and I did before Rooster Teeth. I always liked it a little bit more than Rooster Teeth, so I never changed the name. I don't think I've ever said that out loud, but it's true. There you go. Get out of the way. I didn't hate RT at all. I loved RT. RT is the greatest adventure of my life. I just also like Drunk Gamers. Oh, that's... Your Gavin idea is also fun. I can't let you guys do all my homework for me, but stop giving me ideas. They're all too good. I'm gonna look like I'm gonna be a thief. This is it right here. How's Jack doing these days? He's good. He's busy. He's got like 6 jobs. He stays very busy. Whew, excuse me, sir. That was close. If you want to catch up with him, he's got a YouTube channel. He streams, or I don't know if he streams, but he does. He streams for his company every Wednesday, I think. But he releases videos on YouTube every day. He's doing a Stardew Valley playthrough, and I think he streams or releases Minecraft videos as well. I guess he'd be the one who wasn't sick of Minecraft. Yeah, new podcast out today. A lot of hot takes on napkin holders in the first 10 minutes. I have no idea what happened to Jack's sign. I don't know about you, but I struggle to get into Stardew anytime I play it. Man, people love that game so fucking much. And I've picked it up and tried to play it twice and put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in it both times. And it just never grabbed me. But Gavin loves it. Jack loves it. But yeah, I don't know. Just never clicked with me. Same with Terraria. Everybody loved Terraria. Just never. Okay. Witcher 3, I feel the same way about Witcher 3. I could not get into Witcher 3. There's the 3 games I could not get into. Terraria, Witcher 3, and Stardew Valley. Everybody on Earth loves those games. And I'm just missed the boat on them. Yawn. I've enjoyed watching Charmed with y'all. That was the perfect content for a girl like me. Thank you. I really enjoyed it too. And no spoilers, obviously. But similarly and equally excited about the next show we watch because we spun the wheel already at the end of episode 3 of Charmed. Spoilers, sorry. And we have filmed the video after that where we determine what we're watching. So I'm very excited to get... We were actually supposed to record that recently. Maybe last week. But it fell through. We had to switch and record something else instead. But we're on the precipice of doing season 2 of Wheel of Decades. It's right around the corner. Really? Is this where it goes? It is, right? All right. Well, fuck it. Fuck this then. We'll do it this way. Where are we going? Okay. Got roads. Got roads. Oh, all right. First off, let's do something about this. This is going to be annoying otherwise. Okay. Don't spin back around. All right, fine. We'll do it this way. You little asshole. Are you really not pullable? In this fucking thing? Surely you are. Yeah, there we go. Gotta catch the right edge. I think that still might be in the way a little bit, huh? Played Helldivers 2 yesterday and didn't get the hype. Never played it, so I don't get the hype. Everybody wants us to play it. It gets recommended a lot. I think Eric doesn't like it, so we probably won't. I have no idea. I've never touched it. Don't know anything about it. Okay. It's probably good. So what's the story of this game? You work for a company who does disaster relief, and you get deployed to parts of the world where natural disasters have created dangerous living conditions, and you are sent to help rebuild the infrastructure, roads, electricity, towns, that kind of stuff. There's your narrative. This game is as scary as a butt. Okay. Should be good there. Okay. Start plotting this. So you guys are going to come out of the tunnel. You're going to go along here. Easy peasy. I bet it's not going to be easy peasy, though. I bet these guys have trouble. I bet it's going to be annoyingly stuck, and I'm going to have to do some work. And it's not going to feel like it should be stuck, but it is. Because it's not that difficult to train, but it's going to be like an 18-wheeler or something with no grip, no power. You got to do a reasonably precise job of this because the AI is so fucking obnoxiously stupid in this game, just so you know. Okay, we'll see how he does. Fingers crossed. How's the weather today? It's pretty sandy. Looks like there may be a sandstorm. I get the impression it's hot. Are you guys talking about Steam Decks? My friend Burn Dog's got one. He likes it a lot. I would get one. I just don't see myself ever playing it. I'm so happy with my Xbox. And I never run out of stuff to play. This is working like a charm, actually. Boom. There's infinite games on all platforms these days. It's true. This is Xbox. It's probably on PS5, though, I would assume, yeah. Oh, man, I'm glad you like your Cosmic Gurpler. It's definitely my favorite one we made. So far. You know, we'll make others. Bonk! Where you going, bud? Boom! Alright, we're good now. Once they turn yellow, you're good. All right. I don't know what's going on with that, but I need to make sure we get these rewards. Okay, what are we going to do next? Oh, is that on now? Can we... Actually, I know what I want to do next if that's on. Is that working? No, it still says it's off. Oh. Vehicle failed at the route. Is somebody failing at the route? Different route, different vehicle. Okay. So I just need this to happen. There we go. There we go. So...
Believe it or not, this whole area used to be
Okay.
green as lettuce in the environmentally conscious sense. It was running
So we
off
can
the
start
solar power
recycling
station.
now.
Naturally, the storm
Love
threw a
it.
spanner in the works.
Excited
But
to do
the
that
panels are just dirty. Could you drop by and check
with
them?
you, I
Also,
guess.
looks like we need an operations base close to the port. Find a good spot somewhere on the river, then...
I'm going to make this... We're going to do this river base next because there's nothing more important than having this second spawn point in this game. But I want to deliver some of this shit first. Lots to recycle here. Lots of easy stuff to recycle. That little guy was worth 2 steel beams. Do some recycling up top, too, just so we have a couple in the queue. So we have some waiting for us. Man, I have not been looking at the chat for a second. You guys are talking about big fiber all of a sudden? Where did things go wrong? Okay. Boom. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been to either Vermont or New Hampshire? I think so. I think I've driven through You know, I genuinely don't know. I'd like to say yes, but I can't remember either place. If I have been to either place, it's just been... If I have been to either place, it's just passing through. Hold on a second. My dog's crying. Let's see what's going on there. He was just lonely. I thought I was going to be able to do that a little differently. I was not. This is a real fucking annoying. If I could center pull, but I can't. It's pulling slightly from the... I can pull slightly from the left or the right, I guess, where the tow hooks would be on it, but it's making it hard to steer. This little guy... just want to go straight. It will not let me. I watched all right, we're gonna get it. I got it. I figured it out. I watched Alien vs. Predator 2 last night. What a hunk of shit that film was. Why is this not pulling? Come on, man. What's the point of this little vehicle if it can't pull a car with wheels? You know what I mean? AVP2 was a choice. Yeah, I just realized, because I've been watching Alien Earth, I have now seen every Alien movie or TV show except for AVP2. So I thought, well, should knock it out. I think it was de-canoned too, maybe even, which I get for sure. I can't do it. I just can't fucking do it with this thing. Maybe there's something up there to recycle. That is annoying. Oh, what does my wife want? Okay. Man, I thought this little car was a badass, but he's barely making it up the fucking hill. Look at this. Ridiculous. People ask why I don't use other vehicles in the game. This is why. This is a tracked vehicle who's barely making it up a hill. Couldn't pull a car with wheels. Brutal. Nothing up here to recycle either, of course. I do need pipes, though. Maybe I can get away with pulling this truck a little bit. I do need pipes. All right. It's 1:30. Or 1:30. That means nothing to you guys. It's an hour and a half we've been going. I got to stop soon to get ready for the myriad of recordings I have with regulation today. But I want to find that river base. So after we... Oh, so this works fine. No problem here. After we find this river base, I'm going to call it a day. Okay. Find this to be pretty annoying, how easy this is going after that truck. I don't know. Midwest's pretty cool. Chicago, Detroit, I even like Cleveland, Kansas City. There's some cool places in the Midwest. Romulus was cool. I liked Romulus. So I've seen every Terminator thing, although I haven't seen the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I forgot about. So maybe I need to watch the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I've seen every Terminator movie now. I'm trying to catch up on stuff in case I die. I've now seen everything alien-related, except for last night's episode of the TV show that came out. Next is Predator. I need to see all the Predators. Then I'll have Terminator, Aliens, and Predators done. And there's a bunch of Predator. I've only seen Predator 1 and 2, so I got a bunch to go there. Man, Andrew and I watched Terminator Dark Fate together over the weekend because it was the one Terminator movie neither of us had seen. Now that is a hunk of shit. Really, really bad film. All right, let's go find this base. Why is every vehicle in this game fucked? Am I really stuck on a fucking rock? How do we get out of this? We can do this. All right, come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Got it. Okay. Yep. Right back on it. These little fucking rocks, dude. These things are the worst. No other map has had them in these quantities. Same rock issue from Stoner, absolutely. All right, do I want to go? Why am I going to the sand quarry? Okay, quarry. Let's activate that. Sounds like we're going to be making some roads. I guess we're going to take a left here. I've had 2 desert maps in a row. Wouldn't mind getting back to the sunken maps. I like all the stuff we did in Germany. All the green foresty maps. Looks like that's our guy. Excuse me. Fuck me. Okay.
All right.
This is the
Next
river
marked
base?
spot. I suppose the view explains the shopping list from the locals, doesn't it? If we want to settle here, you have your work cut out for you. And
Where's the
company
river?
really does want this spot, so you better get going.
Way down there? Pretty far from a power substation, oil. I think we finally... No, we got more map to go. Not much, though. So we're pretty much tapped out here. Got a road to build over there. Yeah, we got a little bit over here. Okay. We're getting to it. Road planning request. What do we have over here to do that with? And what is this? Let's look at this. All right. This is fun. This will be fun. We can do this very quickly and very easily. And then the river base is way down here. We got shit to do over there too, but oh, we got a road to build over here. You know what? We got the equipment to do both. Let's just do both at the same time. You can be the dump truck for these guys. Excuse me. All right, where am I going? Okay. Do you go to any conventions or anything now that you don't have to worry about doing events at RTX? I imagine RTX would have stolen all the agency of being able to do anything other than go to your next event. No, RTX was only once a year. Wasn't that much work for me. I don't go to events because I don't like events. Like going to conventions and doing panels and signing autographs and stuff. I don't have any interest in that. I did it for, in the early days of Rooster Teeth, we were doing 20 to 25 of those events a year. And I did that for like 7 or 8 years straight and just burned through any desire to participate in that kind of stuff. I don't mind it, but I don't seek it out. If somebody... Also, that's another thing, too. It's like, it's not like some convention center is calling, asking me to go to a convention. Maybe it would be different if they called me and said, hey, we want to give you X amount of dollars to show up at this event. I might change my mind, but, I don't think so. Can I go to this fucking... Enter. Thank you. No, I don't want to... All right. This base is not on. That's the fucking problem. How do I turn the river base on? Oh, I got to do all this shit. Oh, that sucks. I got to build the road before I can turn the base on? Dickhead. I don't... All right. Well, shit. We'll just focus on this one for now, then. It'll be a... Well, I was going to say tomorrow, but I guess we won't be doing this tomorrow. Probably should have looked to see where these guys were stationed. They may have been way closer to that river base. That's okay. We can just move the mobile transport device over there. We got 15 spawns. Get out of my... Oh, I mostly meant attending cons to have fun, not to be a guest. Oh, okay. In that case, no. I don't like conventions. That's not my scene. If I were to go to any convention on Earth, it would be a baseball card convention or a sports card convention like the National. And I haven't wanted to go badly enough to research looking into it. I would maybe do that in the future. But in terms of like going to an anime or a comic book convention or anything, I don't really. After you've done... participated in like dozens and dozens and dozens, maybe hundreds, the whole scene kind of loses its appeal. And I'm not a big enough fan of any property that would appear at a convention to be a pull for me to go, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I did that. I'm throwing down the wrong vehicle. Well, I'm like 3 kinds of dumb today. Speaking of. What? No. Why did I do that? Where was that? Who is that? Oh, that's that guy. God damn it. My fingers getting the best of me here. Let's just... No, I don't want to do that. I want to open the garage and retain him. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard for me to figure out. Went to a camping contingent. That was intense. Whoa. Give you $37 for... Did I like doing immersions for RT? Not really. That's why you didn't see me do... I only did the first season or whatever. I didn't do it after that. It wasn't really my thing. I did that initial run of whatever, I don't know, 6 or 8 episodes, whatever it was. And then I never participated in it again. Horse combos? Any bands I'd like to see? Yeah, I'm going to go to Riot Fest, so all those bands. I'm pretty jazzed about. I'm going to see Pegboy and Stiff Little Fingers and Idols and Screech and Weasel and some other bands I really like. I've missed the horse combos. I've completely missed the horse combos. I've been knee deep in mispicking vehicles. Speaking of which, where's the good... How? 27. Yeah, it's no comparison, right? This guy's way better. Do I ever miss the old days of hunting achievements in video games? No, not really. I did it for so long that I just kind of did it enough, you know? At some point you can exhaust your fandom of a thing. About 200,000 gamer score was where I tapped out. Probably about 175. I'm not opposed to achievements. I have gone after a few achievements. I'll probably get all the achievements in this game just because the tasks will be fun to do. But I certainly don't care about them or collect them like I did, and I don't imagine I ever will again. I think Ray's still pretty into it, though. Ever visited F1 in Austin? Yeah, a couple times. I went to F1 two years in a row. I haven't been since. I haven't been in like 3 years. But I liked it. I wondered because I saw you briefly at RTX in 2017 and you had absolutely no time to stop and talk or anything else. You were being rushed by the Guardians. I wondered if you would have enjoyed the con if you didn't have that happening. I mean, I still enjoyed the con. It's just I was there to work, you know? And my job is to say hello and to greet and be available to spend time with every single person who paid to go to the convention. I'm just not a convention guy, though. I like to do it for work. I like to do it, you know. What do we got going on here, guy? All right, I can't touch you. You can't touch me. I think my buddy here is stuck, actually. That's okay. I think he did it anyway, so... think we're good. Doesn't look like it wasn't completed. I'd rather do a live event than a convention. You know, go and do a panel or perform on stage or something. But, you know, I just don't think that's in the cards anytime soon. It's not going to happen with regulation. And if it doesn't happen with regulation, I don't know what it would happen with because I'm not doing anything else. Not enough people hate comedically anymore. I agree, Mark, but Eric is carrying that torch for all of us. I am having a Wednesday. No, Eric and I discussed it because he and I both are kind of like live shows. We discussed the idea of doing a Saul Right live. I just don't see the point in it. I don't think that the show is benefited. I don't know that anybody's benefited by seeing a one-person podcast live like that. I don't think I have any interest in that. Okay. So the road is done. What did we do? Okay. Is it just infrastructure? Where is this? Vehicle failed the route. I just want to see what's going on here. No idea where this route is. Is it coming from here or going to here? It's going to here. It's coming from... Well, I don't know where it's coming from. It doesn't really matter. This is where it's going to fail. So let's just sit here until we see it happen. So, and then we're done after this. We're going to call it a day. And we were 18% when we started. We spent an hour doing one thing, made a road or two. I think we're at like 22%, 23% maybe. I don't think So All Right's the type of show for that either. It'd be a one-man show. What's the point of that, you know? What we would never guess what's in the middle of downtown Lakeland, Florida. Is it a Senior Frogs that you boat up to, or is it a Sword and a Stone? Those are my two guesses. Don't get me wrong. I love doing live shows. I love being on stage. I love interacting with an audience, but stand-up is too repetitive and grueling and precise, and I don't have any production that currently, you know, Good Morning Gustavo's over. Regulation's not going to do it, and So All Right's the only other one, so I think it's just one of those things where it's like live shows are over for me, or at least now, you know, who knows what the future will bring. But it's also one of those things where it's like, I've done so many live shows and events over my career that I can't complain if I never did another one again. I can't remember all the ones that I did do, you know? Yeah, no worries, Tiny Bear. That's what I'm here for. Should get a tattoo while I'm in Chicago for Riot Fest. I don't think I'll have time, but I do love getting tattoos. That's not true. I hate getting tattoos. but I love tattoos. But the getting tattooed part sucks. So this is fine. He's not. He must have been running into somebody on the route that was sharing the road, because it didn't seem like there was anything close to trouble there. Let's see what this turn-in gives us, and then we'll know how many more we got to do. Well, I guess it tells us right there how many more we have to do. Okay, so 4 more of those. Not a problem. All right, let's kill it. 23% is what I say. What's for lunch? What's the song of the day? Song of the day is Nothing But a Heartache or Heartbreak by the Flirtations. That was what I was going to do for the next All Right. And I think today I probably skip lunch because I don't think I'll have time to eat it between all my recordings. Any Chicago? I don't really know much about Chicago. 23%. Hey, I fucking nailed it. That's what I guessed, right? Hell yeah. I'm getting good at that. All right, we are a quarter of the way through Sandswept. Once we're done with Sandswept, it's on to Kernel, the final map. And then luckily, we have DLC right around the corner with 2 new maps coming very soon in September. Woo! Can't wait. I don't want this game to ever end. So I hope they come up with more DLC quickly. Love you guys. Have a great day. I got to go work for Regulation now. See you later. Don't forget, 6 p.m. Central Time tonight. We're filling the bit barrel. If you're a Falcon, caw-caw, fly with us on Discord.